What's up, Comic Book Nation? BD here, guys. Happy September. Welcome to our very first September 2016 Comic Book Now. That's right, Thursday edition. We're running through the top stories from the past 24 hours. We got a Spider-Man Homecoming character revealed, a new synopsis for Gotham. Stephen Lang really wants to play Cable. Daniel Craig is dropping the suit and picking up some tattoos and a little bit of a grimier look for his next movie. If you guys have questions, tweet them using hashtag CBNow. We'll get to them towards the end, and we will go through the comment section. But let's dive in to Comic Book Now. Right now, first of all, top story, Hannibal Buress revealed his character for Spider-Man Homecoming. I hope this isn't disappointing, but he is just a gym teacher. He'll totally be Peter Parker's gym teacher, but he says he is one of the dumbass characters who doesn't know that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Get in line. You're probably surrounded by a lot of other fellow dumbasses, as Buress so eloquently put it, because most people don't know that Parker is Spider-Man. Obviously, that's part of the story. But, you know, it's interesting to see these characters keep rolling out because this movie is being kept a very tight secret. Very few details are being put out. Keep in mind, this is a Sony production, technically, although it's Marvel Studios behind it as well, and it's part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The rights to Spider-Man are still at Sony, and this is how Sony does things. They're not revealing all that much, unlike Thor Ragnarok that just told us, we're going to have the Grandmaster, we're going to have all this, that, and that. Spider-Man Homecoming is like, nah, we're not going to tell you anything. So Hannibal Buress is playing a gym teacher, long story short. Next up, we got a new synopsis for Gotham. I'm going to read it to you. Gordon works in a monster-ridden Gotham as a bounty hunter and seeks to find answers about the Indian Hill escapees, and while their powers appear to be killing them. Meanwhile, Bruce's doppelganger roams the streets, and Barbara and Tabitha open a new nightclub called the Sirens. In the all-new Mad City, Better to Reign in Hell season premiere of Gotham. A lot of different storylines going on Gotham. We're going to have an awesome after show every night after Gotham live here where we'll have guests on and we'll recap the shows. It's not my show. I won't be on that one. I'm not too up to date on Gotham. I'm not going to lie to you. I fell behind probably after the very first episode. But it's going to be fun to have it back. I know there's a lot of new villains coming in, and I know we're promised some big evolution for Bruce and maybe a tease of Bruce and Selena Kyle. So fans of that show are definitely getting excited. Next up, Stephen Lang really wants to play Cable. Well, he needs to get in line. I saw Don't Breathe this weekend, and while he was good, the movie was okay, and I don't know if it sold me on him as Cable. He played a blind guy who pretty much terrorized 3 kids who broke into his house, which, I mean, it's pretty much what you should do if 3 kids break into your house. But this guy is he is making it very publicly known that he wants to play Cable. Now, don't forget, a while back, he tweeted a picture of himself flexing, and he was like, let's lay some cable, right after Deadpool came out. And now, in a recent interview, he said that he admitted that the Avatar sequels might conflict with the schedule, although are those Avatar sequels, like, ever actually going to happen? I don't know. But if they do happen, there might be a little conflict in schedule there. But he is urging his fans, saying, if you want to see me as Cable, you have to let them know and be vocal about it. Truth be told, I have heard he was never in the running for Deadpool's Cable. I've heard that Kyle Chandler is the front runner. That's Tim Miller's choice. I don't know if Stephen Lang is even up in contention. Sorry, Stephen. Wish you all the best, though. Next up, let's talk about that Daniel Craig movie coming up. It's called Logan Lucky. It's about 2 brothers trying to rob a NASCAR race in the Deep South. It sounds almost like a more serious version of Ricky Bobby. But look at these pictures. Some pictures came up on BuzzFeed's Twitter. Craig is dropping the James Bond tux, and he's getting tatted up and looking like somebody you really don't want to mess with. Not that Bond is somebody to be messed with either. But Adam Driver in the pictures behind him. Just some cool stuff with James Bond and Daniel Craig going. We'll see if he comes back to the Bond franchise. I don't think he will. I think he's done. We got a question from Twitter. What do we got? Will Doctor Strange, what is it?
Will Netflix characters like Daredevil be referenced in Doctor Strange or Spider-Man?
Will Netflix characters like Daredevil be referenced in Doctor Strange or Spider-Man Homecoming? As far as I know, no, they won't. I could see that how that would come up, seeing that Spider-Man and Doctor Strange are both set in New York at the same place as Daredevil. But as far as I know, there is a disconnect between the Marvel TV and the Marvel Universe. They still exist in the same fold, but I don't think they will overlap. Maybe if they do, it'll be in an Infinity War. I can't imagine that Daredevil or Jessica Jones will be just popping by, walking down the street at the same time, and there would really be no reason for Doctor Strange to go to any of them for help. I can't imagine that Spider-Man will do that. It's already thrown Iron Man into it. We're going to get Iron Man in his suit and all that. Marissa Tomei's on May. We got the Vulture. We got a lot of stuff coming up in Spider-Man Homecoming. I don't see how Daredevil fits into that, and Marvel isn't like DC where they just like to throw characters at the screen. So yeah, what do we got here? Let me pull up the comment section. But I know a lot of fans are really excited, hoping to see the Daredevil characters in the movies, or the Netflix characters in the movies. I've asked the Russo brothers this time and time again, and they always tell me the same thing. It's the culmination of the Marvel Cinematic Universe to date, which all but confirms that they'll be there. They are saying like everybody who's existed will be there, but they just won't say it. So we know the Guardians will be there, so I don't know. It's a possibility. What are the comments looking like? Justice League versus Suicide Squad is coming in the comics. Luke Cage, question mark. We're going to do a Luke Cage live stream right here on Comicbook.com. We're going to watch the whole thing that Friday, September 30th, which is exciting. What do we got? Peter Parker may need a lawyer. Is Game of Thrones delayed? Game of Thrones might be a little bit later than usual. It's going to be less episodes, but it might not make that typical like April premiere window because they're actually waiting until winter to film winter because they want to have like the gray skies and maybe some snow and all that stuff to really set the scenes up and whatnot. Luis, have you? That's to another person in the comment section. All right, guys, looks like we're pretty slow in the comments, so we're going to wrap it up then. Thanks so much for joining. Have a good Thursday. College football season kicks off tonight. My school, the University of South Carolina, is playing. Get behind them, all right, guys? Thanks so much for watching. If you want to talk more, hit me up on Twitter, @BrandonDavisBD. Make sure you're following ComicBook.com on all the channels. And if you want to see any of the stories we talked about, you can find them at the top of ComicBook.com's page. They're all there from the past 24 hours. All right, guys, thanks for watching. See you later.